Good afternoon, Dunkirk and Fredonia listeners, and welcome to High Noon Friday, Fredonia's longest-running variety radio program, brought to you by WCVF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno. I'm Matt Gillespie.
And I'm Jackson DiCarlo. Today's episode is available streaming worldwide at FredoniaRadio.com.
Coming up, we'll have local news, the weather, and the international news. But first, the campus news. It was announced that this year's commencement ceremony will be celebrated online, as per Fredonia's regulations on COVID guidelines. SUNY Fredonia seniors will be able to walk for graduation. However, it will be recorded prior to graduation and showcased online rather than hosting a live ceremony. Seniors are encouraged to fill out the email that they have received to pick a time and day to record themselves for this event. An upcoming lecture hosted by Fredonia's Ethnic and Gender Studies program will focus on fat phobia as it specifically relates to black women. This important Zoom lecture will be led by University of California, Irvine Department of Sociology Associate Professor Sabrina Strings on Wednesday, March 17th at 3 p.m.
Thank you, Matt. Today we have a wild game of trivia planned for you listeners at home, along with some fun weekly segments such as the Weekly Chat, the Loading Screen, and Just the Facts.
Let's start with our local news prepared by Topher Elkins and sports prepared by Josh Schmitt, along with the weather updates prepared by Jules Hoepting. What's going on in the news, Topher?
Western New York is getting another vaccination center right in downtown Buffalo. The KeyBank Center in Buffalo will open as a vaccination center this Wednesday, March 17th. Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz says, quote, "The clinic will be open to those in Group 1A and 1B. It's for comorbid and essential workers, not just seniors," end quote. They are expected to vaccinate over 1,000 people per day. All vaccines will be administered at the Lexus Club inside the arena starting at 8 a.m. Erie County Health Department officials say that appointments are full on Wednesday, but will be working down the waiting list, and earliest ones who signed up will get first notices.
Hello everyone, I'm Josh Schmitt here with your High Noon Friday sports update. Big news in the NHL this week is the league will see its return to ESPN. The two struck a deal on Wednesday, and NHL games will begin being played on the channels next season. The contract lasts for 7 years and is worth about $400 to $410 million. NFL free agency is starting to heat up as teams and players prepare for the free agency market to open up on March 17th. The league announced on Wednesday the cap will be set at $182.5 million, an 8% decrease from last year. Dak Prescott recently re-signed with the Dallas Cowboys to a tune of $160 million over 4 years. Elsewhere around the league, the Buffalo Bills released John Brown and Quentin Jefferson, likely to clear up cap space. In NCAA basketball news, Selection Sunday is this weekend. The NCAA Basketball Committee will be sitting down to hash out who seeds where in the famous March Madness tournament set to kick off on March 18th. You've been listening to your sports update on High Noon Friday on WCVF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno.
The Northern Chautauqua Weather Update, being brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems.
Good afternoon, Fredonia. It's your weather girl, Jules Hoepting, here with your 5-day weather forecast. Do you like roller coasters? How going up and down within a short amount of time keeps things interesting? Well, whether or not you do, please fasten your seatbelts because this week is rolling out a roller coaster of temperatures. Today, sunshiny with a high near 45, breezy with a west wind 8 to 13 miles per hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon. Tonight, slight chance of rain and snow showers before 9 p.m., then a slight chance of snow showers between 9 p.m. and 4 a.m. Partially cloudy with a low around 24. Northwest wind 11 to 17 miles per hour. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 36. Wind 9 to 14 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, predominantly clear with a low around 28. Sunday, predominantly sunny with a high near 40. Sunday night, clouds are coming back out to dominate that sky, low around 20. Monday, the sun will dominate the skies again with a high near 34. Monday night, chance of snow showers, mostly cloudy with a low around 24. Tuesday, chance of rain and snow showers, partially sunny with a high near 40. And that concludes your weather forecast. Let's take it on back to the host.
Thanks, Topher, Josh, and Jules. We're going to dive right into our weekly segments. To start, here's Alex Erwin with Just the Facts.
Hunter's late.
Hunter, at this point, just don't know. No.
Close the door.
Get out.
We're recording.
We are recording.
Hey, buddy.
Take it away. We're live.
Oh, we're not live.
We've been recording.
We've been recording. We've
The
been
whole
waiting for
time.
you.
Hello, and welcome back to Just the Facts. My name is Hunter. We have Chloe.
Hi.
We have Alex.
Hello.
And we are going to talk about only the facts, just the facts.
Only the facts.
And no opinions.
No opinions. Just facts.
And Alex,
Yes.
today, I would like you to start us off.
You want me to start you off?
I want you to start us off.
I got it. Okay. So, you know how, like, groups of animals are called different things, right?
Yeah.
Like a squid and a squad.
Yes, a squid is in a squad, right? So I learned the other day that a group of owls is called a parliament.
Oh, really?
That sounds like really professional.
That, like, when you say, like, parliament, obviously you're thinking about, like, Britain, you know, England, the UK.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining, like, these dapper little owls and they're, like, little, you know, ties and bow ties sitting around a table, like, oi, gents.
Owls do give off that vibe. Let's be honest.
They're such
Yeah,
refined
yeah.
gentlemen. Like,
Owls are, like, majestic.
Yeah. And like Harry Potter level type stuff.
yeah, so it kind of makes sense
Yeah.
that they're called a parliament, you know? Because when I think of the UK, I think, like, upper class. You know, and an owl...
Owl's definitely up
An
there.
animal is upper class to me.
Owl's
I agree.
definitely better than, like, a squid and a squad.
You're a squid.
You do have squid energy. You kind of look like a squid.
What does that mean?
you're like flowy.
All right.
Yeah, you
I'll
are.
take it.
You are. They're like tentacles.
So what's your
All
fact, Chloe?
right, so my fact is that flamingos can only eat upside down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're
a fact.
you were really shocked about that, Hunter.
Did you know
That's
that?
interesting. No, I didn't.
Can you eat upside down?
I've tried.
Have you?
I
You
almost
have?
drowned myself.
Drowned yourself? What were you
With
eating?
food?
That drowned
It was like
you?
cereal, I think.
That's like the worst, like gravity, like.
How do you drown yourself in cereal?
And why
milk?
did you try it?
I was bored.
Do you want to try it here?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can drown yourself in cereal.
I mean, if you're eating upside down,
Yes.
Yeah, it
Then
was
it's
like.
then it's not going into your lungs. It's already going down. It's going out.
I don't know
Yeah.
how it worked, man. I just did it.
Well, I'm happy you didn't drown in your Frosted Flakes.
It wasn't Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes, yeah.
Screw the facts for a second. What?
All right, this is the only segment that's opinion. Frosted Flakes are bad.
No.
No, they're not.
That is a wrong
Who
opinion.
said so?
That's not a
did.
fact.
Yeah, no, that's not.
That's not a fact. Frosted Flakes are like S tier cereal.
They're good. I'd put them in A probably.
Tell me a cereal that's better than Frosted Flakes.
Golden Grams.
Are you a grandma?
Maybe. But I'll
What?
live by it. And I'll
What?
stick to it.
Hunter,
I will die on this hill.
of all the options, like there's like Fruity Pebbles. You go.
Absolutely awful.
You go. Golden
What?
Grams.
Golden Grams.
Those are like.
Here's a fact. Hunter's wrong.
Hunter is wrong. I
Hunter's
agree. He's
wrong.
wrong about that one.
I can't argue the facts because it's just the facts.
It's just the facts.
There you go.
And the fact is you're wrong about that.
But you know what's not wrong?
What?
The fact that I brought here today.
Oh yeah? That was a good
That was
segue.
kind of good.
That was
That was kind of
solid.
smooth.
Okay, Radio Man, what you
This
got
is
for
a
me?
very recent discovery. There are some sharks out there that glow in the dark. The part of the shark that glows is its fins.
Why it spins?
I don't know.
So it's not the
It doesn't
body.
make any
The
sense to
body
me.
doesn't. It's just the fins.
Just the fins.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Just the fins.
Just the fins.
Just the fins.
When was this discovered again?
It was about 6 days ago. There was an
Oh.
article
Oh,
about
this
it.
is
This
a
is a recent
this
fact.
Is,
Okay.
this is breaking news.
This is breaking news.
This
Okay,
is,
newsman.
This is a breaking fact.
Okay, news boy.
Boy, yeah, sorry.
News boy. I'll
News
take
boy.
it. I'll take the title.
Bringing us the breaking news of glow-in-the-dark sharks.
So that's been just the facts for today. I'm not gonna lie. How do I do an outro?
Do your best.
Come on now. You're the host for today.
So that's been just the facts. We'll see you next week with Alex, Chloe, and Hunter.
Good job. That was
Good job,
solid.
Hunter.
I think that was a solid outro.
That was pretty good. And then Colin's musical play.
Yep.
Thank you, Alex. Next up is the loading screen.
Hello and welcome back to the Loading Screen, SUNY Fredonia's premier esports radio show. Today is our special interview episode with David Morse. David Morse is a student at SUNY Fredonia, but he's also the VP of Gaming and Development over at the National Esports Association, headquartered in Rochester, New York. So let's not waste any time and get right into the interview. Okay, so what got you into esports?
That's an interesting question, actually. It sort of happened by accident. I was originally working just as an IT person for a local nonprofit enrichment program for students and after-school programs and such. And we were doing programs with Minecraft specifically. And my supervisor, her son actually got into Fortnite when Fortnite came out and when Fortnite got really huge. And we started looking at how we could use games like Fortnite and Minecraft as educational tools. And esports was one of the areas we looked at, and we realized, well, there really is no overall structure to esports. It's completely disorganized. It can be an absolute mess. So we've been trying to look into how we can sort of help to structure the world of esports. So that's sort of how I got into it, just sort of by default, just because of a prior work engagement. So we quickly shifted gears, and that's what I've been doing for the better part of 2 years now.
That's pretty awesome. What do you do exactly with the NEA? I saw you were a VP of broadcasting, I believe.
Vice President of Gaming and Development is the official term, but you are not wrong. So most of my work with the NEA involves actually running the esports events.
Okay.
So, running the tournaments, doing all the broadcasting, like you said, I if I'm not myself on camera or presenting, I am behind the scenes running it. We have several team members behind the scenes that are much better hosts than I am. So we like to bring in people that have a lot of experience in the games that we do, but I'm running it from behind the scenes. And then really any sort of visual thing you see of us on the internet is also me. So I run the website. A lot of our social media I take care of. So really our digital presence is where I work.
Awesome. Any advice for anyone interested in the tech side of esports, broadcasting, media management?
Yeah, absolutely. So, this whole COVID thing is strangely fortunate for us, because it really made people start to look at, okay, how can we do, events virtually? And esports is one of those things that really does well on a virtual, from a virtual standpoint. So, the first step is really to figure out, okay, what are you trying to do and what will it take to get there? So we've been working with a lot of our industry partners to sort of up our game in terms of how we run our events. So we have a development team that's been working on, creating scoring systems and leaderboards. For our broadcasting needs, we've partnered with Telestream and NewBlue. So, we're using, industry grade streaming programs, software, graphics, all that kind of stuff. So it's really looking into what are you trying to do? How do you want it to look for the audience? Because the way we see it is that it should be a show. It should be like a real event. It shouldn't just be, someone sitting in the room drinking Mountain Dew, eating Doritos, and playing games until 3 o'clock in the morning. It should be more than that. So really, how can we take this gaming and esports and really elevate it into something that seems productive and exciting, not only for the gamers, but for also the audience as well?
I would like again to thank David Morse for coming out for this interview. This is obviously the shortened version. I'm planning on uploading a full extended cut when the time comes. But for now, that's it for today, and I hope you guys have a good day. Once again, the intro song was Roadside Snacks, and now this is Nico's Shop from Devil May Cry 5. Stay tuned for next week's episode where we go over some more esports news, both on a local and national level. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for that wonderful segment. Next up is the weekly chat with Spencer Eisenhauer.
Hello and welcome to the weekly chat. My name is Spencer Eisenhauer and I'll be your host. Today we're going to focus on sound and the effects that space has on it. Now, sound travels in a longitudinal way, and it is measured in many different capacities. For example, frequency, decibels, and wavelength. So decibels are equal to the volume of that sound being produced. Humans have the capability of hearing anywhere from 0 to 140 decibels. 120 is really the pain threshold. And on the frequency scale, it is measured in hertz. Humans have the range of hearing from 20 to 20,000 hertz. Decibels refer to the amplitude of the wavelength, how high the crest of the wave and the trough are, crest being the top part and trough being the bottom of the wave. And the frequency is the wavelength, so how stretched out or compressed that wavelength is. The more stretched out, the lower the frequency. The more compressed, the higher the frequency. Same principle for amplitude. The more distance between the crest and the trough of the wave, the higher the amplitude. The less distance, the lower the amplitude. Now, let me ask you this. If someone screams in space, do you think you could hear them? The answer is no. And the reason for this is because there is no matter in space. Space is a vacuum. So there is no gravity everywhere at once. What I mean by this is sound waves have nowhere to travel. They can't really bounce off of anything because the distances are too great. And let me tell you this, if we could hear everything that was going on in space at once, well, you might want to invest in some earplugs, because I'm going to play for you a couple examples of sounds that NASA has recreated using data sonification. Today we're just going to be focusing on a couple of the planets in the solar system, and maybe a black hole. So stick around to the end of the episode to find out what the Milky Way galaxy would sound like if you were in space. Up first, we got Venus, otherwise known as the morning or evening star. Up next is our very own planet Earth. Earth sounds really interesting because you can kind of hear the sound of the magnetic field that is produced by the Earth. Then the one that I found most creepy was Saturn. That one just sounds like a demon, honestly. Very strange noise. Now you often hear the term sonic boom. This is when, for example, a fighter jet travels faster than 761.2 miles per hour. This is the relative speed of sound, and it fluctuates due to air temperature and all the other qualities of the Earth. So when a sonic boom happens, the fighter jet moves so much faster than the speed of sound that space created fills in and creates a shock wave that sometimes you could even see as a wave behind the jet. Now I wanted to throw in another cool sound here that I saw on a video created again by NASA, and this is all due to the data sonification of their work. This is the sound of two black holes. Now keep in mind, black holes are massive objects. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, kind of a letdown. I think that's so ironic that those black holes are so massive and it makes that noise. Now finally, ladies and gentlemen, this is the sound of our very own galaxy, the Milky Way. Pretty eerie, right? Space is kind of, in my opinion, just an eerie sounding place, which makes sense because as it can be beautiful and incredible at times, it could also be very destructive and deadly. The universe is truly incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for today on the Weekly Chat. Thank you so much for listening in. I really do appreciate it. You're listening to 88.9 WCVF, the campus and community voice of Fredonia, and 89.5 WDVL, the Inferno, right here on High Noon Friday. And until next time, I'll talk to you then.
This is the real take. Thanks for the segment. Now let's bring it back to Topher with the international news.
New guidelines for those who are vaccinated have been announced by the US CDC. You must have gotten both shots of the Moderna or Pfizer vaccine or one shot of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine to be considered vaccinated. According to these new guidelines, those who are vaccinated can now see each other indoors and outdoors without masks and not socially distance apart. Fully vaccinated people now no longer have to go testing or self-quarantine if they are exposed to the virus, as long as they show no signs of symptoms. The CDC reminds everyone who is not vaccinated to stay protected by wearing masks and remaining socially distant, especially those who are over the age of 65 or who have other health conditions.
Thanks for the updates. Finally, we have something special for you that are listening. It's time for trivia slightly after 12. On this segment, we test the minds of students here on Fredonia's campus for the chance to win glorious prizes. This week we have some wonderful contestants ready to win big by answering some questions. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
My name is Olivia Rokosz, and I'm the head of archives at Fredonia Radio Systems.
Hi, I'm Cascio Fonseca. I'm a slave to news director Jackson DiCarlo.
Slave is a strong word, I think. I like minion, henchman, goon.
All right. All right, you know the drill. The first one to say, after the question will be able to take a shot at answering the question. Each question's worth a point. At the end of the game, the person with the most amount of points will be declared the winner. This week's category for trivia is video games, folks. So here we go. Jackson, take it away.
Setting up the scoreboard right now. So we got Olivia on one end, Cass in the other. Let's hear.
This is like a duel.
This is gonna be a mess.
Olivia's so we know what we're listening for. Strong. Okay. Cass, let's hear it. Okay, going for the
nice.
Radio one, right. All right, question 1. What is the best-selling video game of all time? Is it A?
No, go ahead.
I read the question out completely, so
No.
technically it's valid. What is your
All
No,
right.
you didn't read the choices.
No, you buzzed in.
Is this ever, like, currently?
Ever.
Ever.
Of all time.
Ever. I want to say Minecraft.
That is correct.
Oh, wow.
Recently,
A classic.
Recently beat out Tetris.
Yeah. Actually, like, fairly recently. Like,
Dang.
Yeah, within the year.
That's 1 point on the board then, Matt.
There you go. And the next question. What food item was Pac-Man originally modeled after? Was it A, a wheel of cheese, B, pizza, C, a tangerine, or D, a watermelon?
D or D. You said D twice. It was pretty funny.
Oh, well, you know the drill. You know what it is. Anyone? Cos?
Okay. Just for future reference, let's go for more aggressive instead of
we need to hear it.
Because then I don't know if I'm thinking. Or maybe
We
could
can
change
be
it.
unsure of ourselves.
Fair.
It's okay.
Change it to a,
Put your
we can change
all into it.
How about you just yell buzz or go buzz or something like that?
Okay.
Buzz like an alien, like one of those.
I like the screaming a little better.
Screaming's good, but it sounds too much like.
Maybe. Do you want to just use our names?
You have to yell your name like a Pokemon.
But you have to
No,
scream
I
it aggressively.
can't do that.
Like, I'll give an
my
example.
mother, please.
I'll give an example. Matt! There we go.
Jackson. Bronzor.
Okay. So
You
this
either
is
have to
our...
say your name or you buzz. It can't be anymore because it sounds like you're thinking. So Cassie
Okay.
did buzz in.
Yes.
So what was your answer?
I'm gonna say a tangerine.
That's false.
Ooh.
Olivia, you have a chance to steal.
Buzz.
Buzz indeed.
I would like to say a wheel of cheese.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer
Wait, do we
was...
do we want to let them try again? I mean, we could have them.
Okay.
I can't remember what the other ones. I only know one of them.
The
The other
two remaining
choices.
ones. The two remaining ones are a pizza and a watermelon.
What?
Whoever buzzes gets a guess.
Oh. Olivia.
Okay.
I love it. All right, what do you think?
I guess pizza, but
It is pizza.
It is
Wow.
pizza. The whole design was designed after someone takes one
Man.
slice out of pizza.
Right, it's 2-0. Cascio,
Jackson?
You're struggling a bit, pal.
I thought tangerine because there's like the whole fruit motif with Pac-Man and
That's
everything.
the same thing. He
But-
was,
Yeah.
as we
It
know
is.
from Scott Pilgrim, he was originally called Puckman.
Puckman. I was gonna do
Yeah.
it before you. Whatever.
Or pocket pop.
Which is Japanese for to flap your mouth.
People used to
Go away
scratch out the
forever.
P.
Right, so, question 3.
Jackson.
In Minecraft, what is a group of Endermen called? Is it A, a cluster, B, a gathering, C, a hunting, or D, a club?
Can't
Cascio.
embarrass myself.
Cascio.
A gathering?
It is not a gathering.
That is not a gathering. Olivia?
Oh, she has to buzz in.
Olivia.
Yeah, okay, you said it.
A cluster.
That is incorrect as well.
The remaining two options are a. I forgot what we said. I'll list them all again. Why
A
not?
haunting.
Cluster,
so it-
gathering, hunting, club.
It was a club or what?
Cluster, gathering, haunting, or club.
Cascio.
Cascio.
Club.
False.
That is no, that's false. Now we have to just say it because there's only one left. The correct term for a group of Endermen is called a hunting or a haunting. Sorry, it was brought up in a single book once, and that's it. And
Wow.
Yeah. Like literally
Okay.
ran out of
In a
content
group
and
of
came up with
zombies,
it.
it's a zombie dance troupe.
What?
At least
What?
it was when I played Pocket Edition with my friend in 5th grade. Question number 4.
All right. What game franchise paid for negative press in order to promote their game? Was it Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Grand Theft Auto, or Saints Row?
Cascio.
Cascio, what is it?
Saints Row.
That is incorrect.
I love how it's just
Damn.
a series and not like a specific game, but I guess you did say game franchise.
Yeah.
I'm confused on the question.
So, which game franchise paid the press to negatively promote their game, like to say this game sucks or it's evil?
Oh. And it was, what were the choices?
Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Grand Theft Auto, or Saints Row?
I'm gonna say Olivia.
Okay.
World of Warcraft?
False.
No, that's also
50-50.
false. The two remaining ones are Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto.
Is it Grand Theft Auto?
It is Grand Theft Auto.
I didn't buzz in.
But it's fine. He said it. Sorry. It's too late.
You didn't say the first
It's
one.
Grand Theft Auto.
All
I
right,
mean, it totally makes sense when you think about it.
let's see.
Yeah, I
Um,
thought it would be, yeah.
Better Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Question
Uh,
5.
Yes.
How many people were in the choir that sang the iconic opening theme of Skyrim? Is it A, 30, B, 60, C, 90, or D, 120? That one.
It's not coming to mind, but
I'm gonna write down. Jackson gets a point for that brilliant response. Jackson gets a choir point.
A choir point. That's like a 60.
Olivia.
Olivia.
I want to take a guess, a gander, and say.
The gander is to look.
Is that?
No peeking.
Yeah. What? No,
No peeking. That's
no,
cheating.
There's another word for. I can't think of it. It's. I'm trying to go in the middle here, and I want to say like 90.
It's wrong. It's the wrong response.
Cascio.
Cascio to steal.
60?
False.
That's also wrong.
50-50, folks.
Either 30 or 120.
Olivia, I'm gonna guess 120.
That is false as
Oh
well.
wow!
It was only 30 people?
It was 30 people, but they layered it in such a way to make it sound like.
Oh,
that's
okay.
Yeah, he did some edit. Dun, dun,
Oh my god.
All right, next question.
Dragon Ball. Okay, sorry.
The Sims, the game Sims, the one that everyone plays.
Yeah.
The Sims was originally supposed to. The Sims was originally supposed to be what instead of the game we all know and love? Was it supposed to be A, a hotel simulator, B, an architecture simulator, C, a human behavior program for med students, or D, an educational game for kids?
Cascio.
Cascio.
Game for med students.
That is incorrect.
Feel
I
bad.
didn't say that one.
False. You're wrong.
Olivia.
Yes.
I want to say D.
An educational game for kids?
Yes.
False.
That's also false.
Wow.
Man, we did
Um,
some gamers for this week's episode.
Well, no.
Cascio.
Cascio.
Architecture simulator.
That's right. There you go.
Wow.
That's why they came up with the designing the housey thing first, and then the people came in.
Huh.
I was thinking that, and then I heard med students. I was like, maybe, like.
This next question is good. I'm excited for this one. I was really happy when they
The
got it.
Obama presidency campaign paid for in-game advertising in what game? Is that any good or is that really bad?
That was.
I don't want to say anything about
it.
Is it A, Fallout New Vegas, B, Gran Turismo, C, Burnout Paradise, or D, MX versus ATV Untamed? One of these options, man.
Oh man.
Whoever's on the marketing team just didn't do a good job with this campaign.
Can we get those options again? I've never heard of any of them.
Sure. Option A, Fallout New Vegas. Option B, Gran Turismo. Option C, Burnout Paradise. Option D, MX versus MTV Untamed.
ATV Untamed.
Cascio.
Cascio.
Gran Turismo.
That's incorrect. Olivia, your chance to steal.
Olivia. I want to say the Paradise one.
That's correct.
Wow.
You would drive around and you would see flyers and billboards with Obama's face on it.
It's pretty funny. I just looked it up because I didn't.
It's pretty good. Like
I
it's
guess
pretty
they
good.
also put it in an NBA game because I just found it there.
Oh, did they also do
I
that
found
too?
an article by Engadget that says Obama ads not just in Burnout Paradise.
That's pretty good.
Let's see.
All right, question. Question 8. What is the highest grossing movie based off of a video game? Is it Mortal Kombat? Is it Tron? Is it Resident Evil Extinction? Or is it Detective Pikachu?
Olivia. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like this one could be it. I don't know. I didn't actually see the movie. I'm gonna say Tron. I don't know.
That is incorrect, but a very good movie nonetheless.
If it's Detective Pikachu, I'm gonna be so mad.
Cascio.
Cascio.
I'll say Detective Pikachu because it's the
That's
newest.
correct.
No, no.
That's correct.
That's exactly what I told Matt. I'm like, it's the most recent one, and it was good, so it did the best.
Yeah.
Tron came out in like what,
Yeah.
2006? Or was that Tron Legacy or something? I don't know.
No, that was Tron. Yeah, that was Tron Legacy. Tron came out in like the 80s or yeah, something like that.
Oh, I thought it was the new, whatever.
Oh, you're talking about the new one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was. Yeah, I read that and I was really upset about the fact that this is true.
Detective Pikachu was a big success.
Yeah.
Question number 9. Should I stick with that or no?
Yes, do it. Be wacky, be
Popular
zany.
online show Red vs. Blue was made by Rooster Teeth using what video game? Is it A, Halo, B, Animal Crossing, C, Diablo, or D, World of Warcraft?
Cascio.
Cascio!
Halo.
It's Halo! It's true! They have had many seasons, and it started way back in 2006, I believe.
It's canon.
It's canon.
Follow-up bonus question for Olivia. This YouTube-based show, developed by some guys, fans of Halo. It's just them playing Halo and doing goofy stuff. True or false? They are in Fortnite.
True. Probably. Why was that a bonus question?
Because
for
it's
me?
so obscene to me that they're in Fortnite.
When did they put him in Fortnite?
When they put
Master Chief is in Fortnite.
And then they went, they went to Red Rock Gulch.
Oh,
Yeah.
Putting
my
everything.
God.
I don't even know.
Was it Sarge?
It was Sarge in the other.
Was it Sergeant?
Yeah.
Griff that they
Yeah, I think so.
That's so annoying.
It's really sad.
I will say though, the fight animations are very cool in that show.
It's pretty cool. Anyway, question 10 is.
Oh, yeah, question 10, this is my show. What movie influenced the creation of the game Doom? Was it Friday the 13th? Was it Aliens? Was it Child's Play? Or was it Evil Dead?
Cascio.
Cascio.
Evil Dead.
No. False.
It is directed by Sam Raimi.
Olivia with a chance to steal.
What?
Will she pick the right one? Let's see. Let's find out.
Give me the choices again.
Were they Friday the 13th? Was it Aliens? Or was it Child's Play?
I'm gonna say Child's Play.
It is not Child's
What?
Play.
Cascio.
Cascio.
Aliens.
It is Aliens. It's Aliens. They saw the aliens and they were like, yo, let's make some things that we can shoot in a game, and they did it. And now we all love Doom.
Question number
No
11.
Okay. Okay.
You ready for it?
Yes.
What? No. What was the first gaming console to have an internal memory? Was it A, the SNES, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System? B, the PS1? C, the Sega Saturn? Or D, the Game Boy?
They're thinking. They're thinking a lot. I wonder which one's gonna ring in first. They're thinking.
I don't know.
They're thinking. Might as well guess. If you don't know, let's take a guess. Take a gander.
Could you say the options one more time?
Is it the SNES, the PS1, the Sega Saturn, or the Game Boy?
Olivia.
Olivia.
I just have a hunch that it's the Sega Saturn.
That's correct. Yeah.
Wow.
Fun fact.
Nice.
Fun fact. That console, compared to now, only had 1 megabyte of internal storage. Well, now we're at
Dang.
a terabyte. So that's kind of nuts. That's kind of
PC
crazy.
actually has 3 terabytes HDD and also 1.
Yeah.
SSD.
Yeah, we get it.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Money bags.
Well, we're at the last. I got it for $60 actually. It's a pretty good find. Anyway,
nice.
the last question is about to be asked, and the current standings are: Cascio has 5 points, Olivia has 4 points and a Fortnite point, and I have
Ooh.
1 choir point.
And he has the choir
So
point.
this
That's
is,
right.
This is for the game, essentially.
Oh.
This last question.
Yes. It's a close game. We'll see
So
who
if you
wins
guys-
at the end.
If you fail, then I win. I wrote the
All right.
questions.
Question number 12.
Drumroll.
What was the first video game to be played in outer space? Was it 1, Asteroids, 2, DuckTales, 3, StarCraft, or 4, Galaga?
Say the choices again.
Was it Asteroids?
Asteroids.
Was it DuckTales?
DuckTales.
Was it StarCraft?
StarCraft.
Or was it Galaga?
Galaga.
They're thinking. This is really important. 1 point in your line. For the game.
Casio.
Cascio is buzzed in.
Galaga?
That is wrong. Oh, Olivia, the important chance to steal right now. No pressure. If you pick wrong, then who knows who's gonna win this game?
I want to
Alright,
say
nope.
B.
B. That is wrong. DuckTales is not right.
It's 50-50. Whoever buzzes in again and asks for the other one.
50-50.
It's either Asteroids or StarCraft. One of you guys.
Casio.
Cascio.
Asteroids?
False!
That's wrong.
It's StarCraft.
It was StarCraft, guys.
What?
It's
And
StarCraft.
because
Made by
Jackson
Blizzard
got that right.
Entertainment.
What?
Play the Fortnite song.
Man. So here we go.
I wasn't even in the duel and I won.
No. And the final standings are Olivia with 4 points and a Fortnite point, Koss with 5 points, and the secret reveal, Jackson's choir point actually was 20 whole points. Plus that point he just got.
This StarCraft and
Jackson DiCarlo from last year still stays reigning champion yet again.
Warlock, yes.
Oh my Lanta.
Well, I
That's
appreciate the
crazy.
effort, folks. Thank you so much for coming on the show and attempting.
Yes, thank you.
But only epic gamers are allowed to win.
Oh man, thank you guys for coming on though. It was a really fun time.
Thanks for proving to me that Jackson should have his own Fortnite emote.
Jackson gets his own
Character,
skin
whatever.
in Fortnite. No.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez. All right, let's wrap it up. This is getting too toxic.
All right,
We're
send
gonna
it back
wrap
to
it up.
those host guys.
Yeah, who are those guys again? I don't even remember.
That wraps it up for this week's broadcast of High Noon Friday. Thank you for joining us, and make sure to tune in next week, same time, same place. High Noon Friday has been brought to you on WCVF 88.9 FM The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno on the web.
Thanks for joining us. Our producers and scriptwriters are, hey, it's us doing
Great.
the same bit again.
I'm so glad you didn't write a new one.
Sports is prepared and read by Josh Schmitt, news is by Topher Elkins, and weather is by Jules Hoepting. Tune in next week for another great edition of High Noon Friday. I'm Matt Gillespie.
And I'm Jackson DiCarlo. Thanks for listening, and make sure to tune in next week, same time, same place.
Bye-bye.
Bye.